Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Let's just jump right into this, because right now there is a massive shift happening in the world of search, and it's literally breaking the foundation of traditional marketing budgets. If you're a marketing leader or sitting in the C-suite, you've probably already felt the tremors. The old SEO system that built online businesses for the last decade, it's collapsing. Budgets are currently being burned on outdated metrics that honestly just don't matter anymore. So today, we're going to break down exactly what's replacing that old system and how you can actually stay ahead of the curve. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the collapse of old SEO, how search has become a destination, why direct revenue is defined dropping clicks, how to measure your AI share of voice, and we'll wrap up with the new citation playbook. All right, Section 1, the collapse of old SEO. Look, the game as we knew it has simply ended. For 20 years, the game was pretty straightforward, right? You rank number one, you get the click. Literally every strategy, agency, and marketing budget out there was built on that exact foundation. But we are seeing this wild paradox across hundreds of enterprise clients right now. Your rankings might be completely stable, like you are sitting right there at number one, but your organic traffic is dropping like a stone. The foundation is holding, but the house is completely empty. And why is that? Because the clicks just aren't happening anymore on queries that trigger AI overviews. 50%. Yeah, you heard that right. Hard data from recent tests shows that AI overviews are wiping out click-through rates by more than half on affected queries. Just think about the financial shockwave of that for a second. It means half of your addressable audience is getting their answer directly from the search engine, entirely bypassing your website. So even if you are winning the old SEO game, you're still losing half your traffic. Which brings us to Section 2. Search is now a destination. The old doorway is firmly closed. Get this, over half of all searches now end without a single click to any website. More than half. Google is fighting a massive existential war against AI platforms like ChatGPT, Claude, and Perplexity right now. If users leave Google to get a faster, synthesized answer from an AI, well, Google loses them forever. So their survival strategy is simple. Give the user the answer right there on the page and actively prevent them from needing to click through to your website at all. Think about how we've always viewed the internet. The search engine results page, it used to be a doorway. You walked through it to get to the actual destination, which was a website. Well, that era is over. The search results page is the destination now. Search engines are synthesizing everything in this walled garden, basically keeping your would-be traffic for themselves just to save their own ecosystem. So let's look at Section 3, direct revenue defies dropping clicks. This is where it gets really interesting. Clicks drop, but revenue goes up. I absolutely love this quote we pulled from a recent 48 site portfolio analysis. Organic traffic was dropping, but direct revenue was going up. Sounds like a total paradox, doesn't it? Obviously, if traffic dies, revenue should die too. But this proves that the revenue path has completely decoupled from organic clicks. The old traffic equation that you build your business on is broken. But the buyers, they're still buying. They're just taking a new, much more direct route based on a totally new kind of trust. So how does this actually play out? Picture this new customer journey. A buyer asks a really complex question. Instead of scrolling through 10 blue links, they read an AI overview that cites your brand as the definitive authority. Because the AI synthesized the answer and basically recommended you, this immense trust is established instantly. So the buyer just opens a new tab and navigates straight to your domain. You lost the traditional organic click, sure, but you won the direct revenue. And honestly, a lot of times this AI-referred buyer converts at a way higher rate because the AI already pre-vetted you for them. Moving right along to Section 4, measure AI share of voice. We have a whole new metric to track. Navigating this shift requires a complete pivot to Generative Engine Optimization, or GO. GO is this vital new discipline of making your content so incredibly definitive that AI platforms basically have no choice but to cite you. In the old days, being on page 2 of Google meant you were invisible. In the AI era, it's even tighter. When a buyer asks an AI for the best software or service in your industry, they don't get 10 pages of links. They get like 3 names. If you aren't one of those 3 brands cited in the synthesized answer, you literally do not exist in the purchase funnel. We really have to break our old mental models here. The old philosophy was that your website was the crown jewel, right? The primary product of your marketing. But the new reality? Your brand's footprint across the entire internet is the product. AI doesn't just read your heavily polished corporate blog. It ruthlessly scrapes Reddit threads, YouTube reviews, and niche industry forums looking for actual human consensus. If people aren't talking about you everywhere, the AI isn't going to talk about you anywhere.
And look, this is exactly why tracking keyword rankings is essentially measuring a ghost. To survive, you have to measure your brand's citation rate inside AI answers. That's your AI share of voice. Thankfully, a new generation of tools from Ubersuggest, WriteSonic, Ahrefs, and SEMrush are stepping up to track exactly this. As an executive, your mandate to your team tomorrow morning should be to build a completely new dashboard. Stop asking where do we rank and start asking how often does the AI recommend us over our competitors.
Finally, Section 5, the new citation playbook. Let's talk about how to actually win in AI. So traditional SEO, optimizing a page, tweaking technical tags, building basic domain authority, that's just the floor now. It's literally the bare minimum cover charge just to enter the club. The ceiling? That is digital PR. We're talking about genuine community building, creative partnerships, and establishing real authority across multiple formats. The true lever for AI visibility is building absolute consensus across sources so that large language models treat your brand as the undisputed default. The line between traditional brand marketing and search, it has completely vanished. Because these large language models process information totally differently than traditional web crawlers, your content traits have to adapt. It needs to be definitive and complete. It has to be highly structured with very concrete claims and actual evidence. But above all, it must be quotable. AI models are basically looking for the TLDR. You have to engineer your content so that an AI can rip a single, highly authoritative sentence right out of your article and have it make perfect sense inside a summarized answer. Listen, it is time to mercilessly cut the dead weight. Thin content, those massive libraries of keyword-stuffed listicles, and all that cheap AI-generated filler, they are no longer just neutral, they are active liabilities. They dilute your brand's authority in the eyes of an LLM. Enterprise content libraries need some aggressive pruning right now. If a piece of content wasn't built for intelligent AI curation, it simply is not going to survive this transition. I want to leave you with a provocative question to chew on. Are you still presenting a scorecard for a game that ended a year ago? If your executive dashboards are still focused on traditional organic clicks and keyword ranks, you are flying blind. The old system has collapsed. Revenue has completely decoupled from clicks. The new era absolutely belongs to those who capture AI's share of voice. It is not a matter of if you need to transition to these new metrics, but how fast you can do it. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Now go out there and rethink your search strategy.